Do you think you're funny? Or your friends describe you as that funny one in the group? Either way, you're probably in a position to make it in the lucrative career of stand-up comedy, because there's really no difference between wisecracks at the water cooler and selling out Madison Square Garden. Join me as I walk you through how to be a stand-up comedian. As a guy who was once in a college improv team for a semester, you can trust me when I say there are two parts to look at: material and performance. Now, material means the jokes you write, but if you're Amy Schumer, it could also mean the jokes other people write. Performance is how you behave on stage, like how you say the words or how you dodge beer bottles or the best way to cry in public. Now that we've got material, it's time to refine it into setups and punchlines. To do this, think of your perspective. It's like a smart way of saying, play up to your stereotype. It's not a coincidence that fat comics talk about nothing else but being fat. If you can't rely on props, guitars, or a slow metabolism, telling jokes about your genitals will usually get a laugh. But if punchlines are too hard, you can just repeat the political opinions of your audience. I know this looks tough, but if you could nail it, you could be on your way to hosting The Daily Show. You got your material. Now what? You hit up an open mic to try it out. An open mic is a supportive room of comedians laughing on the inside. But don't worry about hanging around and watching everyone else's set. It's perfectly acceptable for you to leave after your performance. Just remember to hold the microphone away from you. Alright, away from your mouth. And don't be afraid to talk about how bright the spotlight is and then spend the rest of your set not standing in the light. Because there's nothing more unprofessional than being seen. Your set can go two ways. You can be the funniest person at the Monday night open mic and then pack your bags for Hollywood. Do a few movies and implode your career by being a martyr for free speech. But what if I bomb? Simple. You blame the audience. You know your hot take on a hot button issue is cutting? That's where you got the idea from the comics you watch on YouTube. So if the audience didn't respond, then cuss them out. And then create heated political discussions on the internet, where you can tell people what comedy they can and can't do. I mean, you've done a handful of open mics. I mean, you've earned the right to call yourself a comedian. You're an expert now. And most of all, remember to have fun. Comedy is tragedy plus time, and there is nothing more tragic than comedians taking themselves seriously.